this is question 7 part 2. We are doing the last question, 7.3. Now 7.3, Lesibane was granted a loan of 225,000 rand. The rate of interest for the loan is 9% per annum compounded monthly. Lesibane will make monthly payments of 5,500 rand starting exactly 4 months after the loan was granted. So Lesibane took a gap of 4 months before starting to make payments towards the loan. How many payments will Lesibane make to settle the loan? Now, usually when we deal with loans, we use the present value annuity formula, right? And we know that every time someone starts making payments towards the loan, they start making payments after one compounding period. They skip one compounding period. And now the interest rate is compounded monthly, meaning Lesibane is only supposed to make payments after 1 month, right? But then Lesibane started making payments exactly 4 months after the loan was granted. So he took 3 extra gaps. Let me demonstrate it using a timeline. So Lesibane borrowed 225,000 rand from this bank. The interest rate is 9% per annum compounded monthly. The monthly payments that Lesibane will be making are 5,500 rand. Lesibane took a gap of 4 months. So this is my timeline. So we have month 0, month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4. So Lesibane took a gap of 4 months. So this is the 4th month. This is the month where Lesibane started making payments of 5,500 rand. So we know that usually when someone borrows money from a bank, they are supposed to skip this 1 month because this is the amount of time that is allocated for someone to use up all the money that they borrow from a bank, right? So the money doesn't gain interest for the first month. But then Lesibane skipped the 2nd month, so that's month 1. The 3rd month, that's month 2. And then he only started making payments on the 4th month. So technically, he skipped 3 payments. What happened during that 3 months period? The money that he borrowed from the bank, the 225,000 rand, accumulated interest for 3 months. The formula that we use when we are dealing with loans is the present value annuity, which states that the present value, the money borrowed from the bank, is equal to equal payments made per compounding period into 1 minus 1 plus I as a decimal to the power of negative n, close, all divided by I. Now, like I said, the principal amount, the money that Lesibane borrowed from the bank, will accumulate interest for 1 to 3 months, right? So this P will accumulate interest for 3 months is equal to equal payments into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n, close, all divided by I. But then we know that n represents the total payment, right? Lesibane was supposed to make payments from month 1 all the way to the last month, right? So what happens is this total number of payments, which is negative by the way, we need to take out 3 months from it because Lesibane skipped 3 months of making payments. So in order for us to take something away from a negative number, we use plus, right? So we will be having the principal amount into 1 plus I to the power of 3 months that the principal amount was gaining interest is equal to equal payments into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n plus 3. All divided by I. So this is the formula that is going to help us to solve for n. So let's plug our values. So Lesibane borrowed 225,000 rands from this bank. So we have 225,000 rands into 1 plus interest rate is 9% per annum compounded monthly. So 9% divided by 100 is 0.09 divided by compounding frequency is monthly. So we divide by 12 to the power of 3 is equal to, this one makes payments of 5,500 rands each month, starting from the 4th month to settle this loan. So X is 5,500 rands into 1 minus 1 plus interest rate is 9%. 9 divided by 100 is 0.09 divided by compounding frequency is monthly. So we divide by 12 to the power of negative n plus 3. Close. All divided by I. Interest rate as a decimal is 0.09 divided by compounding frequency is 12. Now what we are solving for is this, right? So in order for us to isolate the exponent that we are solving for together with its base, we need to cross multiply. So this whole thing is divided by 1. When we cross multiply, 225,000 times all of this is going to be multiplied by this denominator, right? And then in order for us to be left with this, we're going to divide by 5,500 rands, right? And then we will have to transpose this one to that side. So I am going to skip to that step now because rearranging these numbers takes a lot of time. So we have 225,000 rands into 1 plus 0.09. The reason why I skip to this step and the reason why I don't plug my things to my calculator is because I will get decimals, and decimal numbers are too long and they take too long. You're going to take a lot of time writing them down, and you might be tempted to round off, and we're not supposed to round off before we get to the final answer. So we have to the power of 3 multiplied by this, so we have 0.09 divided by 12. All of this divided by 5,500 rands. You don't have to do it like me. You can just do it step by step. I'm just skipping to this step to save time. Minus this one, right? Because it's positive. If I move it to this side, it's going to be negative. Is equal to, we have 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12, all to the power of negative n plus 3. Oh, it is negative. We need to carefully plug this whole thing into our calculator. 500 rands. All of this is 1 is subtracted from it, so minus 1. So the answer that we get when you put this whole thing into our calculator is negative 0.6862265041 is equal to negative 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12 to the power of negative n plus 3. Now we need to divide both sides by a negative 1. We'll be having positive 0.6862265041 is equal to a positive 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12 to the power of negative n plus 3. Now what we are solving for is an exponent, right? We are going to use log. So log base number is equal to an exponent. Now our exponent is negative n plus 3, right? Negative n plus 3 is our exponent, is equal to log. Our base is this number, 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12, and our number 0.6862265041. If you round off this decimal, then it's going to heavily affect your final answer, so we are not supposed to round off. Negative n plus 3 is equal to 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12, so we get negative 50,394,37595. Now we can just divide by a negative 1 after transposing this 3, so we have n is equal to negative 50,394,37595 minus 3 will give us negative 53,9. Then if we divide that by negative 1, we will get 53,394375. Now this is where n, particularly n, gets tricky. So we need to read the question and understand what they're asking for. How many payments will Lesibane make to settle the loan? Now they didn't specify, they didn't say how many payments of 5,500 rands will Lesibane make. So this question is regarding all the payments that will be made. 53 represents the total payments of the equal monthly payments, the 5,500 rands. And this decimal represents the last amount that Lesibane will pay, which is less than 5,500 rands. The question said, how many payments will Lesibane make? So this is all the total payment, number of payments that Lesibane will make. So Lesibane will make 53 payments of 5,500 rands plus one extra payment that is represented by this decimal. So therefore n is equal to 54. So this is question 7 part 2 from Senior Certificate Examinations, National Senior Certificate Examinations, Mathematics Paper 1, the May-June exam. Thank you for watching.
It's easy to see when you look at me. If you look closely, Mystic don't back down. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, so that you can get that A in mathematics. Leave a comment down below if you have a question. Mystic will make sure you get the answer.
Leave a like and share this video with your friends, so that we can all be good. Thank you for watching.